So here we have the BMW X5. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some of the controls on the inside of it. From the outside though, you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. We're going to start off inside the boot area first of all. The tailgate on this car will open electronically, as you can see. It opens in 2 sections. You can see as we approach the back of the car, we've got reversing sensors. This car's also got a reversing camera, which I'll show you when we run through some of the controls. This top section opens downwards, and as you can see, you have plenty of boot space available to you there. This is a 7-seat vehicle. At the moment, we have 5 seats in place, as you can see. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in, and as I said, just run through a few of the controls on the inside from there. Now that we've done a full circle of it though, you can see it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. Over on the left-hand side, we have the fuel gauge. We then have the speedometer, rev counter, and coolant temperature gauge. In the middle at the bottom, you can see the total miles for this car. They are 103,387. Above that, we have a digital readout for the speedometer. You can change that information by pressing a button on the end of the indicator stalk for various different bits of info. If we back out to the steering wheel next, we have cruise control, speed limiter, stereo and phone controls, the plus and minus pedals so that you can change up and down a gear manually with this automatic gearbox. And then over into the center, the main screen for the car. So you can see there, we have a reversing camera with guidelines that show you what direction the car is headed in relation to the image shown on the screen. We've then also got a visual guide for parking sensors available on there as well. Satellite navigation, as you can see, is a full color display. This is BMW's professional nav, so you get this extra wide display. Really easy system to use. All the movement that you see me making on the screen at the moment is being done using the iDrive system, which is essentially this dial. The collection of buttons that surround it will take you into certain menus. So, for example, main menu, which is what I've just pressed there. You can then use the dial for basically everything, which makes it far easier to use whilst the vehicle is in motion. For example, rotate it to telephone, push the dial down, and just there you can see that you can go to Bluetooth devices where you can pair a new device up. When it comes to music in this car, we've got the radio, of course. So FM, AM and DAB radio. You can go back to the main menu, access your multimedia, which is where you'll listen to your own music. We have a CD player. You can hit external devices where you'll be able to connect up USB input, Bluetooth audio, or auxiliary input. So plenty of ways to listen to your music as well. Working our way down from there, we have the hazard warning lights. We then have dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the passenger temperature, the driver temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed. At the minute you'll see it says auto. If we turn auto off, you then have full control over the passenger and driver temperature, or fan speed I should say. You can also determine where you'd like the air to be distributed independently for passenger and driver as well. The air conditioning is on at the minute, so you can turn that off, back on again, or hit auto, which we were on a moment ago. The car will now take control of the fan speed and direction of the air for the driver to maintain that temperature. And then you can do exactly the same for the passenger side should you wish to. We've also got a heated driver seat with 3 different heat settings, and the same over here for the passenger side as well. The main volume for the stereo, our CD player. Below that, you can open this section up to reveal a 12-volt charging socket, which can be used, of course, as a cigarette lighter as well. Some storage there and a couple of cup holders. Of course, you can pull that back shut to cover that up. We have the gear lever for the fully automatic gearbox, the iDrive system. Just here, you've got the electronic handbrake with auto hold function, and then various different settings for downhill brake control, turning your parking sensors on and off, turning your traction control on and off, and then changing the driving setup of the car. So you're able to put it into Sport, Sport Plus, Comfort, which is your everyday driving, and then Eco Pro as well. Lastly, you can see we have the key just here. This car is a push button start, and you can also turn off the stop and start. This vehicle is designed to cut out when it's stationary in traffic to save you fuel. The system is turned off when that light shows. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at 7daysonly.co.uk. We'd love to hear from you soon.